Broke off your back, broke off your back, broke off your, broke off your, broke off your back. If you broke off your back, broke off your back.
What is up, my loves? It's your girl Zinia and I'm back again with another video. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are not, welcome back. As you can see by today's title, I bring you guys along to the gym for my 4-day split. I know I haven't been posting a lot, and that's because I'm in my last couple of weeks of school and I'm trying to finish out strong, but I wanted to go ahead and post this video for you guys. So before we continue with the rest of this video, make sure to subscribe down below. Your girl is on the road to 200 subscribers, and we're almost there. We're like 7 away from 150 and 57 away from 200. So let's get to 200. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the whole 9 yards. And without further ado, let's continue with the rest of this video. All right, so today is Monday, and today was ab and cardio day. Yes, I know a lot of people like to start off their weeks with leg day, but my gym is always full on Mondays, so I decided to switch my days. So after stretching, I go in with these weighted crunches that you've probably seen for about a good minute now. I make sure to keep my back flat on the floor, and in the beginning scenes I decided to do a heavier weight, but then I realized like that was too heavy for me. Next, we're gonna go in with some kettlebell in and outs, and I do 4 sets of 8. I made sure to slow down this movement because in the past I've had a history of moving very fast with exercises and not feeling them, and boy oh boy was I actually feeling them. I make sure to keep my back straight and I push out my legs as far as I possibly can. Y'all, I'm 4'11", can't push out that far, but make sure your legs are straight when you go down. Also, make sure to squeeze those abs. It may not look like it, but I actually have a sweet sweat on under there, so you can't tell when I am holding my abs. Let me also put in a disclaimer. Your girl is not a licensed anything, so perform these tasks at your own risk. Your girl is just simply trying to lose weight, okay? Next, we're going to go in with some weighted Russian twist, and this is not the same ball that I used back in October. This is actually a bigger ball, but this is still 10 pounds. I do 4 sets of 8, and now I know a lot of people like to lift their feet off the ground, but I'm one of those people who cannot do that. You'll see in the next clip that I tried but ended up failing. So I make sure to keep my heels in the ground. I also make sure to keep my back straight, and yes, I am moving my upper body quite a lot. You see, your girl thought she could really try something else new, but it didn't work out like that. But as I was saying, I am moving my upper body a lot, so when you try to perform this exercise, make sure to have a little bit more control than I did. Now we're gonna go in with the opposite hand, opposite foot crunches, and I do 3 sets of 10 on each side. I don't know how to do quick math, but I'm pretty sure most of y'all can add that up. But I make sure to keep my back flat on the floor. Yes, I see that my legs are not on the floor, and that is because your girl is not as flexible as I used to be. But I make sure to keep my back flat on the floor. I also make sure to focus on my breathing while doing this exercise because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I do have a sweet sweat on, and it does in a way restrict your breathing. So when I was doing knee to elbow, I would breathe in. When I would do toe to hand, I would breathe out. And then I go ahead and do the same exercise on the next side. Now, don't kill me for this one. I didn't realize that my leg was up until I looked back at this video, but I made sure to put it back down for the rest of the exercises. Now we're gonna go on with my favorite exercises, the planks. So my last come to the gym with me for an entire week video, I did a weighted plank, but I realized for my goals, I can't be doing that many weighted exercises, so I decided not to do a weighted plank this time. I do 3 sets of 30 seconds, and now it may look like I'm not holding my body correctly, but that is because my shirt fell. I make sure to focus on my breathing as well as squeezing my abs each time I do this exercise. I would also like to add in that I am still very new to the gym, and your girl won't always know how to do everything correctly. So if I am not doing something correctly, make sure to comment down below so I can fix it. After abs, I go in with a 20-minute cardio workout. Now, something that I've been recently loving and never in a million years that I think I would ever like is running. And I don't know if it's because I've gotten better at it. I don't know if it's because I've learned how to control my breathing, but I really enjoy running now. Now this clip ain't giving me no justice because it low-key looks like I'm jogging and not running, but baby, I was running. I start off with a 5-minute warm-up on a 3 incline and a 3.5 walking speed, and then I end up increasing my speed to 8.5 and an incline of 2. I run for 30 seconds on, and I stand there for 30 seconds off. I don't even walk because that's too much to be messing with the speed. Your girl was really getting it, sweating everything. I guess this was just a clip of me showing you guys my body. Now on to my favorite day of the week, Tuesday. Today is leg day, but today is progressive overload leg day. So one of my goals is to get a toner butt and toner legs. And so today I progressively overload on weights. And I'm excited because 4 months ago, I wasn't able to do that, but now I can. All right, let's get into it. So we're starting off this exercise with some squats, and we do 3 sets of 8 with 110 pounds. Now your girl messed up a little bit because if you look to the side of the screen, that 35-pound weight looked like it's about to fall off. So make sure to use those little clip things or whatever that they have to put on the side. We're gonna make sure to keep our feet flat on the ground, make sure to keep our back straight, make sure to suck in those abs, make sure to squat deep enough so that it focuses on your butt and the back of your thigh. Now we're gonna switch out the weight for the second round. Now we're going in with 130 pounds to squat, and your girl is proud of herself because I am literally squatting my own weight. This is what I meant when I said progressive overload. Ladies or gentlemen, if you want to gain that booty, you want to make sure to increase your weights every time you do an exercise. Otherwise, you will not be gaining anything. And it's going to look like I'm struggling right here, which I was, but I made sure to figure out a way to get through it. Now we're going to go in with some conventional deadlifts, and I didn't have a set number of times that I did this. I just did this as many times as I possibly could, but during the setup, your girl was legit struggling because your girl was legit tired, but I made sure to get through this workout. All right, so you're gonna make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, and this is a hip hinging movement, so you're gonna make sure to hinge your hips. From this angle, you won't be able to see, but make sure your arms are straight. Now, to lift up the bar, you're gonna make sure to drive your feet into the ground to lift up the bar. Make sure to suck in that stomach as well as focus on your breathing. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't focus on how many times I did this. I just did this as many times as I possibly could without feeling like the bar was going to slip out of my hand. In the future, I'm going to invest in some gloves because calluses is no joke. Also, when you come up, make sure to squeeze those glutes. Now we're gonna go in with some hip thrust, and your girl tried to do something different because we have a hip thrusting machine, but my lazy tail decided to stick with this bar and about dang near dropped it. I wish I had a better angle for you guys, but I also didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable, so I just stuck with this angle. Okay, so after struggling with this bar for like a good 45 seconds, I've gotten my life straight. Now, we're actually hip thrusting 130 pounds, by the way. But we do 3 sets of 8. And from this ankle, yes, it does look like my legs are not far enough, but my legs are far enough. But we're going to make sure to go down as far as I possibly can without slipping off the back of this chair. And when we come up, we're going to make sure that our body is like straight in a 90-degree angle, like a tabletop, basically. Also, when we go up, we're going to make sure to squeeze our glutes as well. And here I am struggling with the bar yet again. Now we're going to go in with some RDLs, and I am using 27.5 pound dumbbells on each side. Don't know how to do quick math, but I'm pretty sure you guys can. So we do 3 sets of 8, and yes, today's workout was a lot of 3 sets of 8, but that is because I was using heavier weight than normal. When doing your RDLs, make sure to not straighten out your knees, because I'm actually mad looking at this clip because it looks like my knees are straight. Now the RDLs that I'm doing, I feel it more in my hamstrings than I do in my glutes. If you want to feel it more in your glutes, make sure to bend your knees a little bit more, going down and coming back up. Make sure to keep your back straight, and when you do come up, make sure to squeeze those glutes. Now, I don't know if it was because I was tired or what, but I also made sure to make this movement very slow and controlled, because when you slow down your movements, you feel it more. Last exercise of the day was low-key BS. Not gonna cap to y'all. I was tired at this point and needed an exercise to do, so I did these weighted up and downs, and I only did the weight on one side anyways. I'm not gonna sit here and try to talk through this exercise, but feel free to do it. Because I ran out of time, I wasn't able to do cardio like I normally do, but usually I would do a 20-minute cardio run. So if you have the time, make sure to include that. Wednesday is my rest day, so we're gonna head into Thursday, which is upper body day, and I will be honest, I was not feeling it. My roommate woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, "You wanna go to the gym?" And I was like, yeah. But with that being said, I did a lot of restricted exercises, I guess you could say, in one little area, but I got it done. So we're going to go in with some seated shoulder press, and I am doing 3 sets of 10 on each side. One of the reasons why I had to do this on the floor was because there were no more seats available to even do this exercise, and I wanted to go ahead and get it done. I make sure to keep my back straight, but I also make sure to push through this exercise. Not gonna cap, when sitting on the floor doing this is much harder than sitting in the seat, and I was low-key wanting to give up, but I made sure to push through. Now, I don't know the name of this exercise. I think these are called one-sided chest flies. And I go in and do 3 sets of 10 on each side. I make sure to focus mainly on my chest and shoulders because that is where I want to feel it. Hence to why I have the hand on my chest. I also focus on the control of this movement because it can get real easy to just lift your arm up and just go. All right, so the next exercise wasn't even supposed to be included in my workout to begin with, but I just put that in. I put this in here because I thought it was funny. It was supposed to be push-ups with weighted pull-ups, but your girl was low-key struggling. You know, form was all bad, back wasn't straight, stomach wasn't tucked in, arms weren't used to pull up. You know, it was just overall bad. Then I just tried to do push-ups. That didn't work either. So have fun looking at this. This is just entertainment as of right now. But one thing about me, I'm gonna figure out a way to get through, whether it's right or wrong. Yeah, see, this exercise was not the wave. I gotta work on my push-ups. That is like the whole reason why I did it is because I wanted to see if I could do a push-up, but obviously I can't. All right, next on to my favorite workout, the bent over rows. So I'm using 45 pounds here, and I make sure to bend as far as I possibly can and to, you know, pick up the way I like drive my feet into the ground, if that makes sense. But I also make sure to focus on the control of this movement. I feel like upper body day is all about control and steady when it comes to these movements. I ended up doing 4 sets of 10 for this exercise simply because I enjoyed this exercise quite a lot. Now, this exercise works the back of your arms as well as your back. So when I pull up, I make sure to squeeze my shoulder blades. Now, the last exercise we're going to do are floor chest press. Yes, it is quite easier to do this in a chair or on the bench, but we didn't have any of the benches available at the time, and we had class in like an hour, so I wanted to go ahead and get this exercise done. So I'm still using the same 45-pound weight that I used in the previous exercise, and again, like I said, make sure to focus on the control and the steadiness of this movement. When you lift up, make sure that your arms are parallel to the ground. And when you bring the bar back down, make sure to focus on the steadiness. Make sure it is not shaking, because I saw that I shaked a little bit while bringing the bar down. Also, I would like to say I did 4 sets of 10 for this one, because this is also another favorite of mine. So like I said earlier, I don't feel like you get much of a sweat when it comes to arm day, so we decided to do Stairmasters for 15 minutes on a speed of 5 and 6. Now we are on to Friday, the last day of the week as far as working out, and today is a lighter leg day. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the RDLs. Again, this is the same movement that I did on Tuesday, so I'm not going to explain too much. I did go down on weight because this is a lighter leg day, so instead of using 27 pounds, I go down to 25 pounds, and I know a lot of people may say that that's not a difference, but it does make a difference. With this being a lighter leg day, I make sure to put in more reps, so I do 4 sets of 10 instead of doing 3 sets of 8. Next, we're going to head into some lunges, and I'm using a 35-pound bar. Although I know this was a lighter leg day, but if I'm being honest, I do feel like I could have gone up on weights. But I am doing 3 sets of 10 on each leg. I make sure that my back leg is straight and my front leg is straight when I go up, and I make sure that my front leg is on a 90-degree angle, as well as my back leg when going down. Now we're going to head into the elevated gobble squats. Now this day wasn't that bad because I wasn't using that heavy of a weight, but there have been days that I have used 60 pounds, but today I'm actually using 40 pounds because all the 50s and the 60s were gone. Now don't get it twisted, this leg day definitely did something to my legs. I ended up doing 4 sets of 8, and I also make sure to focus on driving the weight in my heels instead of my toes. I noticed when I first did this exercise, I put all my weight and emphasis in my toes, and I wasn't feeling it where I needed to feel it at, but now I put all of my weight in my heels so that I can feel it in my glutes. Your girl was so tired, she had to walk around. She was contemplating life. It's okay, girl. We got through it, though. The next move was a compound movement. So this is the elevated goblet squats with a lunge. And I did reduce my weight to 27.5 pounds. And let me tell y'all, girl, when I tell y'all I was struggling. I was already tired from the previous exercises. And then doing this compound movement, my legs were burning. I ended up only doing 3 sets of 8 on each side because I was that tired. When coming back to the plate, I made the mistake of putting all of my emphasis on my toes instead of my heels. So when you do come back to the plate, make sure to put all of your weight on your heels. You'll see that it ended up fixing it. Last exercise of the day are my sumo squats. I'm using 40 pounds for this. Typically, I would use about 60 to 80 pounds for this exercise, but because this is a lighter leg day, I decided to reduce my weight by half. Now, in the beginning of the clip, I was straight doing this wrong, not gonna cap. I was not focused on the control or the steadiness of this movement, but you'll see in the next clip that I was in a better position and I actually angled myself better. When doing this exercise, you want to make sure that your back is straight, and when coming up, you want to make sure that your knees don't bend, as well as focus on squeezing your glutes as well as squeezing your abs, because this exercise does work your abs as well. I ended up doing 4 sets of 8 for this exercise, and that will conclude the end of Friday's leg day. Actually, it doesn't. I lied. Towards the end, you'll see me walking on a treadmill. But while this video was to give you ideas on what you should include in your workout, I also made this video because I am doing a little health journey series, and I wanted to bring you guys along. In no way, shape, or form am I perfect, nor am I trying to be, but this is a journey that I wanted to take you guys on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.